Hi and welcome to day 24 of the morning yoga challenge, and today's theme is centering. So we do have quite a bit to get through in this sequence, so we'll jump right in and come into a all fours position, checking that our shoulders are stacked over our wrists, our hips are over our knees, and we want to just start to really push into the hands here, really push into the index finger. And we'll start with a spinal balance. So once you're set up and you're in a good position, we will send the left arm out in front, palm facing forward, and then draw the navel in, send the right leg out behind. Be mindful not to lift the hip up too much. We want to try and keep the hips nice and square to the mat. Toes pointing down. And then from here, draw the elbow and the knee in, round through the back. And then inhale to extend. And then on the next inhale, we're going to send the left arm out to the side, palm facing down. And then send the right leg out to the side. And then inhale to slowly make your way back in. And then bring the hand and the knee back down to the floor. You might want to just bring the weight back, take the weight off the hands for a little release of the fingers or the wrists. And then make our way back into our tabletop position. We'll take that on the opposite side. So bring the right arm out, palm facing in. And then pull the navel in and take the left leg out, toes pointing down, making sure that the hips aren't coming up too much, but nice and flat to the floor. And on the exhale, we'll draw the knee and the elbow together around through the back. And then inhale to extend, hold it here for the exhale. And on the next inhale, we'll bring the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. And then we'll bring the left leg out to the side. And then inhale to come back. And then just placing the hands on the floor. Again, maybe bringing the weight back and onto the fingertips, just stretching through the wrist. And then make your way back to our tabletop position. This time bring the left hand so it's in front of the face. And on the next inhale, just reach the right arm up. And then exhale, thread the hand under the left arm, come down to the side of the face and the shoulder. You can send the left arm out long if you like. And then draw that hand back in, push into the left hand and slowly bring the right hand up towards the ceiling. And then place that back on the floor. So this time we want the right hand in front of the face. And on the inhale, just reach the left arm up. And then exhale, thread that arm under the right arm. Maybe send the right arm out long. And then just bring that right hand back in, push into the right hand, slowly unwind and place the hand back down on the floor. So from here, you again might want to just come back and release the weight off the wrists. And then make your way back into an all fours position. We'll start to push back into the hands again, so really push into the index finger. And then tuck the toes. Pull the navel in, just lift the knees off the ground, hover. And then continue to lift the hips up and back and make your way into downwards dog. Just bend and straighten the legs, walking the dog. And from here, start to walk the hands back, coming into a forward fold position, keeping a generous bend in the knees, releasing the head down, maybe shaking it out, yes or no. And slowly start to roll yourself up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the arms up and overhead, and then bringing the arms down by the side. So we'll be moving into a couple of balancing poses now. Just see how you go with them. If you do fall out, that's perfectly fine, just come back into it. You can also have a chair or something nearby just to help with support if you like. So we'll move into chair pose to begin with. So the feet can be either hip distance apart, or you can have the big toes to touch with a little gap between the heels. And then once you're there, we'll just bring the hands down so the fingertips are touching the mat. Keep the hips back, so it's like you're almost sitting back in an invisible chair. And then inhale to reach the arms up, keeping the hips nice and low. And then we'll bring the weight forward, come onto the balls of feet, and bring the arms out behind. Awkward pose. And then drop the heels down, reach the arms up. And then on the next inhale, just come to standing, bring the arms down by the side. So we'll move into that again, this time lifting one leg off the floor. So again, come down to our squat position, bring the fingertips to the mat, and the knees should be tracking over the toes. And then inhale to reach the arms up by the ears, keeping the hips down low. This time, and if you like, you can keep the arms up high like this, but you can bring the hands to the waist to help with the balance, or use that chair. Well, this time we'll lift the left foot off the ground just to hover, and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that left foot back down. And we'll take that on the opposite side. So this time lifting the right leg off the mat to hover, and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot back down, reach the arms up if they're not there already, and then bring the arms down by the side. Great. So our legs should be nice and warm now for our next pose, which is eagle pose. And there are a few options for this pose. I'll talk through all of them for you. So coming back to our standing position, we will start with the left leg nice and strong. Start to lift up the muscles in the left leg. Keep that leg nice and solid, nice and strong. You can bring the hands to the hips if you like. So the first option for the leg, we'll bring the weight into the left leg. The right leg comes out in front. So you can stay here if you like. Or you can cross that leg across the left leg. Start to squat down. The second option is to stay here. Or you might like to try and bring the foot in towards the calf of the left leg. And then if you wanted to see if you can take it further, you might want to see if you can just tuck the toes behind the calf of the left leg. Keeping your hips nice and low so you're in a little bit of a squat here. So that's the options for the eagle legs. With the arms, you can either bring the right hand to the left shoulder, the left hand to the right shoulder. So this is our first option. Or you can bring the arms out wide, thumbs pointing down. Bring the left arm out in front, and then cross the right arm beneath the left arm. Bring the backs of the hands together. This is our second option. And then if you like, you can bring the palms to touch. This is our third option. This is our eagle pose. You stay here for as long as you like. If you fall out of the pose, just come back in. Maybe try a few different options with the arms as well. It is quite a challenging pose, but it really helps to bring awareness to that center, because you really need to have a strong center to be able to hold that pose. So When you're ready, we'll take it on the opposite side. So we'll start to engage the muscles in the right leg this time. Maybe bring the hands to the hips to help with the balance, or use that chair for support. And then once you've engaged the muscles in the right leg, just lift the left leg up in front for our first option. Start to squat down in the right leg, crossing the left leg over the knee. Maybe bringing the foot in towards the calf. Maybe trying to tuck the toes behind the calf, keeping the hips down low. And then with the arms, we can bring the left hand to the right shoulder, the right hand to the left shoulder for our first option. We can bring the hands out, thumbs pointing down, and then bring the right arm in front, palm facing towards the left. And then take the left arm, bring it under the right, so the backs of the hands come to touch. And then maybe bring in the palms together for our full eagle arms. Again, play around with that pose, play around with the different options. If you do fall out, just come back in. The more you wobble, the more you're using the muscles in the leg. So there's lots of benefits there. And then when you're ready, slowly come out of the pose. And we'll just take one last pose to finish. So bringing the feet out and the toes are in line with the heels. And then bring your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, drawing the palms together, or bringing the hands to opposite elbows or anywhere along the forearm. Then inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, draw the navel in, start to forward fold. Bring the arms up, maybe pulling the hands towards the ceiling if that feels okay. And just take a few breaths here. Then release the hands. You can just make your way back into an all fours position, come down to a seated position. And that is the end of today's sequence. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, it probably did go over a little bit. There was quite a lot that I wanted to fit into that class, and I hope you feel the benefits of it. So I hope to see you back for tomorrow, day 25, and the theme is learn. So I'll see you then. Namaste.